Y'all, Daus Mendoza is in some hot water right now. Oh my gosh, so many people are calling him out on TikTok. Like, I feel like, you know what's so crazy? After getting off of my cruise, I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't been on TikTok because, oh my gosh, by the way, real brief, y'all know me. I love to rant. I love to ramble. I went on my cruise and I guess apparently there was a tropical storm that was going to be hitting the Bahamas and we were supposed to dock at the Bahamas. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go, get me some service or whatever because y'all know I'm way too cheap to pay for that Wi-Fi package. It's like $35 a day. And no, you can't pay per day. You literally have to like pay for the whole entire thing. I'm like, I don't like that. So anyways, I was gonna go get me some internet service and be like, oh my gosh, let me go on TikTok to see what I'm missing or whatever. Anyways, as soon as I finally got back to getting some internet, which I was like without internet for 3 days, okay, I came back. The very first thing that I was seeing is Daus Mendoza being called out by so many people. And I was sitting over here like, oh my gosh, I gotta find out the reason why. You know what bothers me? I'm letting you guys know from the jump of this, okay? Basically, he's coming out with some merch and people were very upset about the pricing. I'm so irritated that I have scoured the damn internet to try to find out what his original pricing was for this merch, and I can't find it because I wanted to go over it because y'all, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, okay? I've mentioned this numerous amounts of times. For those of you that have been on my channel for years, people have always requested merch, especially when I was all about my biscuits. Like, and I even talked about it one time on live. I was like, oh my gosh, like low-key, I want to design some like biscuit merch of like a hoodie with like, saying like buttery biscuits and like having it drip in butter. Do you know what I mean? Like I had concepts for it, right? So I started like looking into it and I was like, oh, I understand why people charge $50 to like $65 for hoodies. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I've always told everybody, I'm like, I am not coming out with merch. Like, absolutely not. Like, I don't feel comfortable charging $50 to $65 for a damn hoodie because I'm like, that to me that's just way too much. Because the way I view it, if I'm keeping it real with you guys, whenever I need a hoodie, like I go to like H&M or like Forever 21 or even Fashion Nova, and I'm like, y'all, I normally pay like between $20 and $25 for a damn hoodie. So low-key, I've never really felt comfortable with it, but I do understand why the price point is up, because even after I started looking into, paying a graphic artist and paying for, a custom design onto a hoodie and things like that, I'm like, one, especially if you want like the design to actually last, because sure, you could get one of those like shitty printed ones on to where if you wash it twice, the print's gonna come off. Do you know what I mean? But like me, low key, like in my design, I was like, oh my gosh, I want it to be like embroidered. Do you know what I mean? I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to charge like $55 for a damn hoodie, which I just don't feel comfortable with. So anyways, I was so curious to know how much Daus Mendoza was charging for his, because the way everybody was popping off at the pricing, but then nobody posted the pricing. I was like, wait, what's going on? And you guys are going to see that I actually do have a clip that he was like, okay, thanks to you guys like calling me out, like I lowered the pricing on this, which I'm like, can I know what the hell the original pricing was? If any of you guys know, please let us know down in the comment section. We will be going over the clip to where he had said that he did lower the pricing, which I ain't even trying to be a shady bitch, y'all, okay? But you guys are going to see within one clip, he's like literally saying that he's not making any profit on this and that he doesn't care to make any profit on it, that he just wants to share his designs with people, which... y'all, I swear, I feel like he is probably running for president. I feel like he's running for office somewhere, because the way he is lying, I don't give a shit what. That to me is such a political or politician type of like response right there of like, I don't care to make any money off of it. I'm just over here trying to spread my art and I want you guys to, share this experience with me. I'm like, oh my gosh, Daus, I like you, but that's a lie. That's a lie. I don't care what. At the end of the day, when you come out with merch, obviously your sole purpose right there is to make a profit off of it. Like, it's literally just another source of income right there. So I'm like, for anybody sitting out there saying that they're coming out with any type of product and they don't care to make any, profit off of it, or they are not going to make any profit off of it, I'm sorry, I don't believe them. 100%, I truly feel like that is a lie. And for him saying that, I was like, now, Daus, damn well you are lying. It's like, you guys, can you guys imagine if I went out there and I created a makeup brand and I said, oh, I'm not making any money. So say, for example, if I, have to purchase 50,000 lipsticks and I make $100,000 from it, but then those 50,000 lipsticks cost me $100,000. I take that $100,000 and I put it right back into, what would be the purpose of me doing all this work? Like, literally, at the end of the day, it would end up costing me money, because you have to think about, you have to buy the merchandise, you have to pay for the graphic artist, you have to pay for the shipping. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm sorry, y'all, but I have looked into all of these things before. If you guys don't even recall, years ago, 7 years ago, I went through the whole process, y'all, of creating my own makeup line. And I actually, I went into debt damn near $50,000 and obviously never even came out with a brand. So clearly I know that nobody's going to sit here and go through all of this work to not make a profit. So I'm sorry, right then and there, that's a 100% lie that he is saying that. So don't believe that. Anyways, y'all, the whole reason why people were upset with him at first is because as soon as they saw the price point, people were like, what the hell is up with this price point? So he had went on a rant saying that everybody is used to Shein now and people wear Shein and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, it's so crazy because he's done like Fashion Nova hauls before, which we know that all of this stuff is like private labeled. Like everything that like Fashion Nova and Shein orders, it's like they're all from China. Do you know what I mean? It's fast fashion, which let's go ahead and keep it real. A lot of people like to talk trash about fast fashion. However, somebody like me, and it's like, y'all know I do daily uploads. However, I still can't afford nice, like, crafted design stuff, like, that's made to order. I can't afford that shit. Absolutely not. When I see a t-shirt that's like $40, I'm like, hell to the no. Every shirt that I wear is under $20. Typically, they're around $10. Okay, keeping it real with you guys. And it's like, yeah, a lot of people talk trash about fast fashion, but we can't afford this expensive stuff. Yeah, Daus Mendoza is making millions of dollars a year because he's a famous influencer, but this is why a lot of people are calling him out now and saying that he's out of touch with reality, which before he used to do Fashion Nova try-ons, and like, if you guys don't recall, he would, I think he was sponsored by SheGlam, y'all. SheGlam is literally, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? It's literally Shein's makeup line. I could be wrong, or if it's not Shein's makeup line, it's still the same thing as Shein. It's private labeled shit that is made from China, okay? So I'm like, how are you over here talking shit about people who like Shein, but then you're over here being sponsored by SheGlam and always promoting SheGlam products? So it's kind of like, let's go ahead and get it together here. Like, low-key, within this specific scenario, I feel like he is looking, 1, very fake, 2, like a liar, 3, hypocritical, okay? I'm just keeping it real. I'm sorry. Y'all can talk shit to me. I understand Daus Mendoza is a very like person. If you guys don't recall, I have said numerous amounts of times, I actually really do like him. However, I could see that he is becoming one of those influencers that is becoming out of touch with reality, okay? Like, we need to simmer down here. Anyways, I want to go to play this first clip from him to where he was popping off and saying that people are used to Shein and his designs were custom and blah, 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 blah. Check it out.
Seeing a lot of comments after I dropped my clothing brand, like, Shein has really with a lot of you big brains. Like, it's crazy. Like, you guys don't even know the price of good quality clothes anymore because all you know is Shein. Your whole closet is Shein. It's actually insane. And your whole closet is fast fashion. You bitches don't even know real fashion. Yeah, go on this one. Everybody's saying like, oh, the sweats are overpriced or oh, the sweater's overpriced. That's because it isn't fast fashion. It is made to order. Everything is made like with love, basically. The same way my flats were made, it's the same way this is made. Like, I didn't order a batch of clothes from China and put my logo on it and then I'm throwing it out. No, it's here, made in the US, and it's made with like good quality, real material shit. The sweats don't shrink whenever you throw them in the washer. The puff print on the baby tee and the sweater do not scratch off or fall off whenever you throw them in the washer. Like, everything is good quality. Like, we made sure of that. But you bitches wouldn't know that because all you know is Shein. Like, clothes that you can only wear 3 or 4 times before you wash them so much that they fall apart. That's all you know. Honestly, like, don't buy my clothes if you don't want to. That's fine. Like, it's not for you then. Like, go back to Shein. Genuinely, go back to Shein. It's not for you. My clothes is gonna be lasting clothes for people that buy clothes that last, for people that wear their clothes. Like, you're gonna wear your shit because it lasts for that long. Like I said, you bitches can't even wear your Shein outfits more than twice before that shit falls apart. And for those of you being like, oh, it's giving merch, it's giving merch. Okay, it's giving merch. I genuinely don't give a the first drop. If you really paid attention, open up your eyes and listen to the shit that I say. I literally said that I wanted the first drop to be versatile for everybody. Sweats work on everybody. Why is the first drop gonna be latex? Why?
So yeah, there he is saying that, oh, everybody's used to Shein now and we don't know about real fashion, blah, blah, blah. Look, I do have to give him this and I do have to keep it real, okay? Because a lot of people don't really know. Obviously, when you are private labeling things and when you are sourcing them from China, it is extremely cheap. However, that quality, I'm sure we all own something from Shein. Let's go ahead and keep it real. 9 times out of 10, that stuff's not going to last long, okay? So I do have to say, stuff that is made of better quality, of course it's going to cost more. I totally get that. So yes, people do, obviously now rely on brands like Shein and Fashion Nova and like, all these different online manufacturers that do source their stuff from China. And yes, we have gotten accustomed to those price points because that's all we can afford. However, when you come out with something, and I'm just assuming, okay, over here that his hoodie was probably like $125, when you come out with a hoodie that's like that expensive, of course people are going to talk shit about it because they're going to be like, $100 and something for a damn hoodie. That wasn't the price point. Like I said, I couldn't find the original pricing. However, I want to say as of right now, he had lowered the price down to, yeah, $75 is what the price is at now. We'll go over the full list, after the fact. But I'm kind of like, okay, people are obviously going to talk about that because that's pretty damn expensive. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, because of that clip right there, he did delete that because a lot of people were saying like, damn, like you really have lost touch of reality, which I think it sucks. Okay. But then also, it's kind of like, damn, I see both sides of it, because a lot of people say that as soon as influencers, they love them at first because they're so relatable and they relate to their life, which I totally get. I see a lot of people out there who are kind of like, oh my gosh, like they're so humble because, they're doing makeup content in their freaking, studio apartment that's freaking 400 square feet. And it's like, you get to see how they live. And that's very relatable to us broke folks out there. And then as soon as they make it big, they're out here living in multi-million dollar mansions and they're out here buying, hundreds of thousands of dollars of luxury goods, and that obviously becomes unrelatable to us broke folk out there. So that's where I kind of like get it, but then also at the same time too, okay, I think that it's really fake of somebody who makes it big and they're making millions of dollars to get out there and act like they're broke, because it's kind of like, okay, like you're getting $1 million deals over here, so like why are you acting that way? Do you know what I mean? What's so crazy is, being that I'm 35 years old now. If I were to make it big now, I still would have that broke mentality because I've lived 35 years being broke. Do you know what I'm saying? However, somebody who's young, obviously like Daus Mendoza, this is now going to be the majority of his life. If he continues to work on this path to, be a successful influencer, he's obviously going to be rich the majority of his life, as to where the majority of my life, obviously, I've lived broke. Do you know what I'm saying? So I kind of get both ends of it, of like people of being like, okay, I like a relatable person, but then also when you make it big, and you're making millions of dollars, obviously you're, not the majority, you're the minority at that point, to where it's kind of like, okay, now you're rich. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I feel like it would almost be fake for somebody to act as if they are, humble, and they're like, oh my gosh, like I still shop here and shop that, and that's like, you see them in person, they're like wearing Balenciaga and they have a freaking Hermes bag. Do you know what I mean? So that's where I'm kind of like, I don't know. I get both ends of it. You know what I mean? But it does kind of suck, obviously, because he's over here like bashing people from like, oh, you're used to Shein or whatever. And it's kind of like, well, yeah, you used to be too. But then now you're over here low key talking shit about people for, being into Shein and being into Shein prices. But also, too, I do understand how his stuff is going to cost a little bit more, because I've looked into it myself, y'all. And that's expensive. It's really expensive. I think unless you're rich, that's when you can make it cheap, because if you're rich, you can buy like freaking 500,000 units, and the more you buy, the cheaper it gets. But when you're first starting out and you can only afford to buy 10,000 units, it's like, yo, that's going to be really expensive, because these, manufacturers, they want to do the bigger the sell, so they'll offer you a better deal. And it's like, say for example, like I looked into it before, to where I was like, oh, like the hoodie that I would want would be costing like, $35 to $40 to make. Obviously that's not including shipping, and that's not including, the website running and all this different things, right? But say for example, something that costs like $35 right there, if you were to buy 10,000 of them, they'll be like, okay, it's $35 each. But then if you were to purchase 100,000 of them, they'll be like, okay, we'll give it to you, for $30 each. Like they want to work a better deal like that. So I do understand, you know what I mean, what he's saying. However, it's kind of like, okay, boo, remember you were just broke a couple years ago too. So don't go getting your head too big now. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I do want to go ahead and play a small portion, okay? This is a 6-minute long TikTok. If you guys are interested, you guys can go over to his TikTok. I am going to play a very small portion of it, to where he is, basically saying like, oh, thank you for keeping it real with me and like letting me know how you guys feel. Check it out.
I wanted to come on here and honestly thank you guys for clocking the fuck out of me and putting myself in my place, because I honestly needed it. I think I was being a bitch and inconsiderate, and I let a comment or multiple comments get to me when they shouldn't have, and I said some things whenever I was pissed as fuck, because people like compared my stuff that I worked really hard on and designed myself to Shein, which is a lot more cheaper and just nothing compared to the quality of my brand, which that's not the point. The point is, I was just being really inconsiderate, and there was just really no point in me even making that video. It was just me ranting. Like, I need to just delete my spam account because it's just getting me in trouble. I just want to say sorry, and I want to let you guys know that I'm always looking out for you bitches. As I explained in my last video, there was so much I could do with this first drop, because I'm working with a partner, and they just will not let me go any lower. But I'm listening, I'm hearing you guys, and I will go back to the drawing board and completely do something different, figure out ways to make things way more affordable, even though it is clothes, and clothes could get really, 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 really pricey unless it is fast fashion.
I do gotta say, I low-key kind of agree, like, he did kind of need it, because I'm like, okay, boo, you're getting up on here talking shit about people wearing Shein, and it's like, y'all, people started making compilations. The way I still want to say compilations, y'all. Compilations. People were still making compilations about him, like when he had said about Shein, and then he was like doing a Fashion Nova try-on, and I think he had said something from Shein. So it's just kind of like, okay, like you low-key look a little bit, you look a little snooty. Can you guys just imagine, like, y'all always know I'm always talking about, like, I buy some clothes from Walmart. This is from Fashion Nova right here. Can you guys imagine if I made it big on the internet, and then, like, one day I'm all wearing, like, a Louis Vuitton shirt, and I'm like, ugh, people who wear Shein or people who wear Fashion Nova, like, ugh, like, so broke. Can you just just imagine, like, that's where you start to like lose touch of reality, and that's when it's kind of like, okay, remember where you were. Okay, like, yes, I get it. You know, people are obviously going to, you know, if they're successful, going to end up purchasing more expensive things, which I think is totally fine, because if I ever make it big, hey, you know, I might buy a little expensive this or a little expensive that. However, I'm always going to remember, bitch, I was shopping at Walmart, I was shopping at Shein, like, you know what I mean? So I'm never going to like speak down on people that do that, because I was there too. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I do want to go ahead and talk about one last clip right here to where he is going over the pricing of things and saying that he, you know, is not going to be making a profit. And I'm so sorry, that's a lie. It's 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 a lie. I will die on this hill that he is lying about that. No one in their right state of mind is going to put into work to create a custom design, to go through all this, you know, hassle of like dealing with manufacturers and creating, you know, all of these custom pieces to not make a profit. Like, it's kind of like, you're gonna do all this work for free? Yeah, right. Okay, I'll be the first bitch to say that. I'm not working for free. Absolutely not. Y'all know that's why I stopped doing makeup content on my channel. It wasn't making me any money. Okay, I was literally over here like, oh, I really do love reviewing products. Okay, y'all, you guys should see, like, recently I've been buying like so much damn makeup. I don't know, like more than usual. Honestly, I'm just like, oh my God, I want to try that. I want to try this. I want to try that. I genuinely love that. However, I was like, wait, why am I doing this for a YouTube review? And I'm just kind of like, I'm gonna go and buy this damn $52 foundation, and I turn around and I make $20 from it. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that shit anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put in all this work to make $20. And y'all, the way I'm being so serious, I would make $20, literally. So I'm like, he's a liar, okay? I'm so sorry to sit here and say like he's not gonna make a profit. Oh my God, I am so sorry. Whoever's eating that lie up, low key, y'all are a little bit slow, because no, he is 100% making a profit. He's making it seem like that though, okay? Check this out.
I hear you guys, and I'm listening, and I did something about it. So we decided to lower the prices across the entire collection to make it way more accessible. These are the new prices. Mean Girl hoodie is 75, Mean sweatpants are 50, Baby tee is 30, baseball hat is 30. I know, this is what it should have been from the start. Listen, before you guys fucking come at me and be like, Daus, why the f did you do this from the start? I tried, okay? I'm not kidding, I tried. If you have already placed your order, do not worry, you will be refunded the difference. So yeah. And for you most of that are curious George, and you're wondering how we're able to lower this down, why did you do it from the start? Well, just know, like, we lowered it down to this price. Now, neither of me or my partners are making profit for this collection. And I truly do not care. I just simply want you guys to have my designs in your hands. I want you guys to feel the quality, the textures of everything. And so then later on, you decide whether it's good enough quality for you to purchase in the future. If you are going to hate on anything, make sure you do your research about this. A 460 gram sweater is good as weight. It's heavy sweater. It's comfortable. Please do your research on this before you come and hate about quality. You can feel the quality and just feel how good it feels. Like, it feels good, okay? It's not cheap quality, and it's really good, and the sweats are really cool. It sucks that I wasn't able to price at the price I wanted to price it at since the very beginning, and I had to go through all this.
So yeah, I am so sorry. I'm standing 10 toes down on the ground on that opinion that he is lying about that. He's over there, like that person had commented on there, Daus is trying to guilt trip everyone about not making any profit now that he lowered the prices. That's exactly it, okay? It's a guilt trip right there, and I'm like, boo, you're lying, okay? Anyways, y'all, $75 for the hoodie, $50 for the sweatpants, baby tee $30, baseball hat $30. The tee and hat for $30, I don't think that that's that bad. You know what I mean? I buy a lot of hats, obviously, and you know, that's honestly, y'all, for my damn fitted hats, well, regular price, I never buy anything regular price, but regular price, they're freaking $50 now. So, you know, I get it. I do want to go ahead and read this one comments right here, because this seemed to be the general, you know, opinions of everybody of like, oh, damn. And I really wanted to read this because this is how everybody is feeling now. I love Daus down, but he really let the fame and money get to him. We all fell in love with his content because he was real, raw, and relatable, but now he thinks he's superior than literally everyone and thinks ranting is cute and like bad Mean Girl vibes, but it's truly ghetto. I miss where he was just sitting on live playing games with us, actually treating his fan base with love and respect instead of seeing them as just money. By the way, speaking of which, because that person said like Mean Girls on there, a lot of people were also calling him out because everyone's like, who wants to wear merch that says Mean Girl energy? Everyone's like, what? I don't want to wear that. And a lot of people were saying this does seem like it would be a Shein collab, because they, if y'all know from Shein, whenever they have like prints on something, it's like stupid ass phrases. Like a lot of times I'll see some cute shirts and I'll be like, why does it say that on there? Like big money energy. I'm like, why would you do that? So his merch says like Mean Girl energy, which I'm like, okay, like, but I do get it though, okay, because obviously his hoodie has like devil little horns on it, but I don't know. Would you guys be purchasing this merch? If you guys have seen the original pricing, please let us know in the comment section down below, because I'm so curious to know what the original was, because I'm like, damn, if the hoodie's still 75, what was he asking before? Like freaking 125, which I think would be crazy. Anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.